Did I pin the topic? Yo, let me pin the topic real quick. How you been? It's been a while since I've been on here, man. I'm just trying to send a live out to some people, so if you just want to give me a couple minutes of your patience, that'd be appreciated. I just want to send this live out to people. I don't want to be talking to a mirror or a brick wall, you feel me? So, let me get this live out here. It's been a long time since I've been on this thing. Yeah, we talking about that, and just to let you know, I have a inside community chat, and we was talking about this issue. This is an issue that we're talking about here, and I want to know from the women your opinion on this situation. This is a live situation, an actual true situation, something that happened with me, and I want to know your opinion. So I'm going to connect this to my Bluetooth. There we go. All right, so what is the role of a godfather? I seen somebody. There you go. Let me take this. There y'all go. There you go. Tapping in. Boom. There we go. Switch the camera around right quick. There we go. Y'all know I got to pour it one time. Y'all see this? Look. The damn thing is stuck to the freaking cup. Y'all know I got to pour my bottle. So, let me pour my thing right quick. Put some ice on it. And then I'm going to run my movie. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Pour that right quick. All right, y'all. So, in the comment section. All right, so it says, Godfather. What is the role of a godfather? Somebody says, Godfather, there when something happens to the day he's there. Dad or just another male figure when dad is not around. That's some really good examples. That's exactly what it is. And if y'all could do me a favor, I see who's in here. If you can share the live with me. So something happened a week ago. And I talked about this in my community chat. So my goddaughter on Christmas, right? I couldn't do Christmas for my goddaughter, by the way. But I told her I was going to give her some money for Christmas. But at that present time, when it hit, I couldn't do it because, bills and stuff like that. So I said, I still got you as soon as I got it. So my goddaughter, she's 13 years old now, right? And basically what happened was she's a very understanding person. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about everything, like from racism. We have real conversations. We talk daily. So she said, it's okay. I got an event coming up on this date. Can you have it by then? I said, cool, no problem. So at that point, I was going to throw her a deuce, $200, right? So she said, that's cool. So the event comes up. I have the money. I hit her up. Yo, I got this. She says, can you send me $230 because I need these shoes? I guess she wanted to go to some type of sneaker dance, right? I don't know if it was a sneaker dance or some type of school dance. I'm not sure, but what I do know is it was some type of dance. She wanted these sneakers, right? So I sent her the money on her Cash App. I got her Cash App, right? I sent it to her, right? So then I get a message about a day later from her mother, and she says, yo, what's up, G's? And I'm like, I'm cool. I said, what's up? She says, so you sent money to such and such, right? She says, no love lost, but she says, please don't send her any money without asking me, right? So I'm like, okay, this was from, she said, you know how I am about with men. She said, you know how I am with certain, with like, when it comes to like men and my daughters, right? Her mother has 4 daughters, right? So she says, you know how I am with men. Why would there be, you know how I am with men if I'm her godfather, right? So I said, but I'm not understanding because this came from Christmas. This is the money I was supposed to give her on Christmas. So she told me what it was for. She says, oh, I know she told me. So if she told you already, you already knew what it was, what the problem is, right? What's the problem? If she already told you, you already know what it's for. You know what she told me? She told me to send the money to her, like, just moving forward. If you send her any money, whatever, let me know. And I asked women in my community chat, what do y'all think about this? And they told me, well, being as though she's 13, but she's still a child, like she could be using the money irresponsibly. And I said, okay, she could be spending on certain things. And, certain women said they're cool with their mother or father sending them money for stuff like that. They're getting older, so I want to teach them responsibility, financial responsibility. But so they can have the money fine, it makes it easier for them, you know what I'm saying, being as somebody else is sending them money, but they still monitor their cash app. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's not a problem. All right, so I get it. I got different opinions and stuff like that, because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's not my child, it's my goddaughter, but I'm not, the primary parent, if that makes sense. So whatever her mother says goes, cool. So the other day, I went to her crib and stuff like that, and I was talking to her about it, and I said, so listen, moving forward, you want me to just let you know if I can send her money and stuff like that, if she asks for something. And she says, yeah, just let me know first. I said, are you cool with me sending it to her directly and just notifying you before I do it? And she said, yes, that's fine. But the first time this happened, she said, send the money to her and then she'll send it to her. Why am I sending the money to you if I have her cash app? I could have swore you gave me her cash app if I ever needed to send her something, right? So if that's the case, and then she said, oh, okay. No, it's no okay, because this is how problems start when you say, don't do this, don't do that. Why did you do this when you forgot the reason I did this is because you did this. You gave me the opportunity to open the door for me to do this. And then you forget. So now you're attacking me because of something you forgot that you opened the door to give me permission to do. Now it's a problem when it's actually done. And now it's a problem that when it's a certain amount that I sent my 13-year-old goddaughter $230. It doesn't matter if I sent her $1,000. You get what I'm saying? I get the part about the communication, and that's important. I get that. So cool, we got that out the way. So I communicated that to her. Even though she may have said something to her daughter, which we know she did, I still said something to her as well too. So she knows that I know. Because I know some children, not saying her, but some children will still try to do things around their parents. I let her know, hey, look, I got in trouble the other day for sending you that money. I got in trouble the other day for sending you that money, so I'm letting you know moving forward, you can still ask me for whatever, but I have to go through your mother first. So she said, okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that. She said, that's fine. Great. And I talked to her mother in person because I came to the house the other day. I was helping her set up her dining room chairs because she just bought, putting them together and reading instructions. And we talked about it. So now, today, just randomly, she sends me a text and says, stop texting blank. No love lost. And I said, I'm confused. I'm lost at this point. Did something happen? What happened? Because I'm lost at this point. Now you're saying stop texting. She says, nothing happened, G's. Nothing happened. All right, so if nothing happened, but that's my goddaughter. What's the problem? So now I'm starting to wonder, like, what is going on? I want to hear it through the mindset of other women. So what I want to do is I want to send this live out to people, and I want to know your opinion on what you think this is. She says, 1YKB says, the role of a godfather is something shall happen to the father of the child. The child, that person should step up and perform the duties of a father figure. That's right. But my thing is, why do we have to wait until? And let me send this live back to 1YKB. Let me send this back to 1YKB because she made a great point. 1YKB. Great point. Tap back in. Point made. Holy snap. I hate iPhones. Alright, so yeah. That's a great point, man, because exactly what she said. The role of a godfather is if something shall happen to the father of the child, that person should step up and perform the duties of a father figure. Yes. But my thing is, why do I have to wait for something to happen to the father of a child when if you're a father, for me, if I'm a godfather, I'm your father figure now, whether your father is present or not. You get what I'm saying? Why can't you have that relationship with the daughter now? You can't just pop up in a child's life after years or after something happens to the father and you be like, oh, who's this? Oh, this is your godfather. It don't work like that. If you're her godfather, that role is now to a limit. The limit is what the mother and the father will allow you to do as far as your reach. I want to know other people's opinion, man, because Go Who Big Rella said Godfather there.
I'm not
Hey, what's
saying
going on?
I'm not saying you gotta wait. What I'm saying is if something shall happen, that's
Right.
your responsibility to take on the duties of a mother and father. I'm not saying don't be in the child's life if they get older so they know
Oh
who
no
you
no no.
are.
I know that's not what you were saying, but what I was trying to say was that some parents move as if you get what I'm saying. All right, you're just there for the title right
So,
now.
so
You,
let me just share my story and then I'm gonna get off this show.
I'm listening.
Go back to the comments. So my childhood best friend, we was best friends, same block, Pampers, share the same bed, share the same clothes, drink off the same juice, all
Right.
that, all that stuff. Childhood best friend type of time. So we was our best friend. She happens to get pregnant. Okay, boom. She made me the godmother of her child. Okay, boom. I skipped my whole, I skipped my whole 11th grade year.
Big topic, bro. Big topic.
I skipped my whole. Mute your mic, brother. Mute your mic.
Go ahead.
I I
Cause
I skipped
I can't hear.
I school I skipped my whole 11th grade year of high school to be with my godchild and her mother, because her mother was going through real bad postpartum. Okay, so let's fast forward. We're gonna fast forward to around last year sometime.
Right.
20 medical. We're gonna fast forward to like 2021, going on 2022. Me and her mother got into an argument. The argument didn't have nothing to do with the baby. Whatever we was arguing about is what we was arguing about. I feel like if you're arguing with a parent or something, I don't feel like the kid should be brought in it. She brought the kid in it, so she took my goddaughter away from me. So I don't see my goddaughter. My goddaughter is young too. Haven't seen my goddaughter since she was the age of 1. My goddaughter's going on 3. Okay, mind you, my goddaughter's in school now. She talks very clear. She has all her teeth, everything. Last time I see my goddaughter, she wasn't in school or anything. The most she was doing was saying my name and telling me she wanted to go get her nails done. She didn't even have all her teeth, and she was asking me for Chick-fil-A. So with that being said, is if you're asked to be a godmother, please take it into consider, or a godfather, take it into consideration about who you pick and choose to be, who you pick and choose to be your kids' godparents. Because worst case scenario, if something was to happen to you, the godparents' job is to step up. That's why it's called godparent.
Right.
The guy's parents' job is to step up and perform the duties that you don't, that you know that you did. Which they're not your mom, they're not whatever. They're just the people there to perform the duties that your mom performed because she's no longer present. But like I said, um, like go back to my situation. I'm not upset about it because my God didn't know who I am because I was in her life. You know what I mean? So she can always, when she get older, she can always pick up the phone and call, or she can always ask her grandma. Her grandma will bring her to me, whatever, whatever. But like I said,
Mhm.
y'all, when y'all have these kids, make sure y'all are picking these godparents right, because some people pick, I'm not gonna say they pick the wrong godparents, but some people pick it as in like a joke. You know what I mean? Like as in just like a
Yeah.
title type thing.
Yeah.
And people have to realize it's not just a title. Like, this is real life. If something shall happen to me, I need to trust that you're able to provide and to take care of my kid. If I need you to go pick up my kid from daycare, etc., because I can't be there, I need to trust you, being my child's godparent, that you're going to be able to go to the daycare, answer all the questions, take my baby to the doctors, get feeding all the information and run it back to me. If I can't trust you to do that, what's the point of me giving you that title?
So let me just run my situation like back to you so I can get your opinion, right? So my goddaughter's 13, right?
Okay.
I've known my goddaughter since she was 2,
Okay.
right? And as she gets older, our conversations get a lot more serious, a lot more, like more mature. Um, and her father is not active. That's not a secret. Like she made it that clear. Like her father's not active, like active in her life, and that's true because her mother raises 4 daughters and raised all 4 of those daughters by herself, with the oldest being about to turn 19. Okay, she makes the second youngest at age 13. So she's also the next up in line in the house. And when I gave her this money for some event that she wanted to get some type of shoes for some type of dance or whatever case may be. Um, this was money that I owed her back from when I said I would give her something for Christmas.
Okay.
So she hit me up. Her mother hits me up the next day. She says, "Yo, yeah." She hit me up with some cool shit, just random, how you doing, and stuff like that. I'm like, "I'm cool." She says, "All right, G." She said, "Listen, you gave my daughter $230. She said, I'm gonna ask you, please, don't give her any money without consulting with me first." I'm not understanding, is everything okay? Because this is money that I was supposed to give her from Christmas. She's, I know. She told me that. So if she told me that, what's the problem? You get what
Right.
I'm saying? She says, well, if there's any money or whatever that you want to give her, she asks for anything. She says, give it to me first. Give it to me first, and then I'll give it to her. Right? I'll give it to
Not,
her.
not
I
to cut
said, oh,
you off.
so I'm thinking to myself, this is what I'm thinking to myself, right? I could see about the consent. How you doing? I could see about the consent that you're asking me, let me know first. Cool, right? I even pulled up on her. I was putting her dining room chairs together because she just bought some dining room chairs, left instruction. I was chopping it up with her, talking to her about it. I said, so you want me to let you know before I give her any money? She said, yeah, because she could be spending it on anything and stuff like that, or things that she, like just whatever. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I said, but you want me to give it to you, or can I just notify you first, and then if you say it's okay, then I just straight give it to her? So I talked to her about different options. I even
So,
spoke in my community chats. Do you think it's an issue with that?
so my opinion is, I could be wrong. I'm lying, I'm guilty. If I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm guilty. Right? And there's no here to back me up. Tell me if I'm wrong. Parents like that, they want the money for themselves. They want you to give the money to them so they can spend it on them.
That's
And that's Am I right or am I wrong? Like that to me,
That's the first thing that I was thinking, because I'm like, if I give
because
you the, I said, hold
no
up.
way, there's no way my 13-year-old sister is going to be irresponsible with $230 that her godfather gave her.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like it's not like the child's like 7 years old. I have a godson. My best friend, first oldest child. I'm 30. She's turned 33. Her oldest child is like 6 years old, right? Let me get that together. 6 years old. Okay. His name is Taven. He's the oldest child. Her first child. My godson. You know, if he needs
like I
anything,
said,
I'll send it straight to her. You get what I'm saying?
that's
He's only, what is he doing with
fine.
that?
That's different. He's not responsible.
You get what I'm saying? But she knows
And,
what to do with that money. She about to be in high school.
and I don't need that. It's her money. If she choose to go buy LOLs, if she choose to go buy $100 pair of sneakers, if she choose to buy a $200 pair of sneakers, that's her money. She's 13 years old. Of course, they're going to be into video games and LOLs and Pop-Its and the latest sneakers that came out. My siblings are into sneakers that came out.
Right.
And they're teenagers.
And can I say this? She said something that kind of triggered me. She said, you know how I am with men and my daughters. What does that have anything to do with me as her godfather?
So if that was the case, why did she choose you? Again, this leads me back. Why did she choose you to be her baby's godfather? This is what leads me back to what I said. When people are making these decisions, people are not thinking about long-term things when they're making these people their kids' godparents. When you make someone your kid's godparent, that is not only a title, that sticks with your child. Not only does it stick with your child, it sticks with your mental. Why? Because if something shall happen to you, the godparent steps up and they take over. If something shall happen, I'm not saying a godparent shouldn't be active in a child's life from birth, but if something shall happen, the responsibilities of a godparent, if we was to Google it right now, it will tell you the place of a mother if something shall happen. That is the literal definition of a godparent. Whether it's godmother, godfather, god sister, god whatever. God in front of it is a place for you if something shall happen to that person. That's why in my situation, I'm upset about it because I was active in the child's life. You see what I'm saying? I was there when she was born. I seen her push the baby out her hoo-ha. I seen the whole nine. Yeah, I was traumatized. Yeah, of course. Never saw my best friend down there before. Who? Yeah, of course. But it hurt my feelings because it was just like, damn. Like, I sacrificed my life in school to make sure that you and my goddaughter was okay. You see what I'm saying? You know, like, that's why my feelings was hurt. That's why I'm saying, like, these people today, young, old, however you want to name it, they think they make these titles and they say these godparents or this, that, and the third. It's just like, all right, or you just gave me the title because you was under anesthesia, or did you give me the title because you actually wanted me to have this title because you actually trust me with your child, or you trust me with the responsibility of having to take care of your child, to take your child under my wing if something shall happen to you, or you.
But you just said something that you realize. You said the definition of godparents is that you have.
You say that one more time.
Oh, you said the meaning of godparents means that you
no,
have.
No. I didn't say that. I said
person.
The meaning of a godparent is if something shall happen, you should step up and be, whatever. I said. I think the title of a godparent. I said, why would you make somebody a godparent of your child if you don't trust them or something like that?
I want to run through some of these comments here so I can get them engaged in here.
Oh yeah.
So one person said, go who Big Rilla said, Godfather there is when something happens to the day that he's there. Dad or just another male figure when dad is not around.
So wait,
Let's read yours again. This is the role of a godfather is if something shall happen to the father of the child of the father of that child, that person should step up and perform the duties of a father. Let's read the next one. Uh, so he said, "Wow, ain't you a godfather?" He said, "She just mad you ain't sent her money." Hello. Uh, go. Big Brother
That's what
said,
she
"Who
said.
cares? She's your goddaughter. She's spending on whatever the fuck she want." What's going on, Bernie? Haven't seen you since elementary school.
simply, yeah, Mason said.
Just
She said the sad part about the god mom and the god dads take just buying them stuff is doing their job. But no, geez, you're always supposed to be there, even when the parents are alive. But but when they gone, but when they go, you have that. She said that's definitely true because I had a friend that was unresponsible. I guess she said unresponsible, and she mad. I made her my son godmom instead of her. It's like I love you, but the type of responsibility, no. Okay. And then Killer Rick said, I think some men bad have tended how we perceive all men. So when it comes to our children, we have to be extra careful. That too, but at the same breath and the same token, if you're putting this title on this man, you should have some type of trust in this man, right or wrong.
correct.
Okay. I thought I was
Right. So here's a comment right here. Uniquely elegant. She says she's just trying to. And let me tell you something about uniquely elegant. Shout out to you, man. I know her. I haven't seen her since elementary school. So I thank you for tapping in. She says she's just trying to start something. If she doesn't trust you, she shouldn't have made you the goddad. Her daughter already communicated to her mother.
just and then she said just like a baby mom that's mad at her baby dad and say, oh, you can't see her child no more. That's hurting the child. Absolutely. So by the mom saying it, by the mom saying you gotta communicate to her, by not only is there her that's hurting the child at the end of the day because it's just like, all right, so if you don't communicate to her or whatever, you just keep sending the child money in or you communicate to her and you give her you send the mom the money she will and the goddaughter never gives it them god blah 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 your goddaughter never receives it and you told your goddaughter that you sent it to her mother, then that's gonna be a whole nother thing.
Right.
So it's just like it's a trial and error. It's pros and cons to the situation that you're saying. But in my opinion, like you said, you're asking for opinions. And I'm gonna get off here because it's almost time for me to go to bed. I have school in the morning. But in my opinion, she's just trying to get the money for herself. Like I said, she's 13 years old. She's well responsible. She has a mind. She has a brain. She's into certain things. But yeah, when I was 13 years old, I was into the latest everything.
Can I take the last part?
Go ahead.
So pretty much. So this is an update on why I really wanted to talk about it because something else happened again today. After me and her had a conversation in person about it, she just randomly texted. She says, stop texting. Blank, right? She said, stop texting. Her daughter, right? So I'm like, I'm lost. I'm confused at this point because I'm like, did something happen? Or something like that? And I wanted to know. And she said, nothing happened, geez. So if nothing happened, what made you say that?
So what that sounds like to me is she bore a man around her daughter, and whatever the man did around her daughter, she didn't like. So that's her perception on every man. But in my head, she can't do that because at the end of the day, everybody is different.
Right, and she said this specific. Let me say this. She said this specifically after I said, well, wait a minute. I said, I'm confused. I'm lost. Did something happen? I said, me and her communicate damn near every other day. Like we're like active communicate. And here's my thing: you have access to her phone. You paid her that bill, right? You made her that number, right? She got my number from you, right? She took your phone, got my number from you, right? She did everything through you to reach out to me, right? It was a while where I spoke to her in a while, and she said, "Hey, this is such and such, your goddaughter." She said, "I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you okay? What's going on?" She got everything from you to get to me, right? So if that's the case, well, what the problem is? Because I'm not understanding why all of a sudden now you're saying don't text her anymore. You get what I'm saying? So if all that is clear and you're still moving like this, like now I'm really I'm just lost at this point.
That's what it is. That's what it is right there. The mom boyfriend got a problem with it, or some man, whoever the man is, the mystery man, the mom's life and change her whole perspective, her perception of you, and is saying things in her head, probably is saying things randomly about men.
The man's not around.
Is reflecting on them and thinking on them too hard and taking them out on you, when she shouldn't be because she's known you for years. You
right.
See what I'm And if she felt like you want to put her daughter in harm's way, or you was going to do something to her daughter, she would have never made you the godfather of her child.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is not just a regular, like, hey, we've been friends for 10 years. I've known her sisters. I know all her sisters, right? I've known her sisters before I've known her. I know her sisters before I know her. I met her through her sisters that used to work with me. That I used to when I used to work at the airport, stuff like that, right? Her sisters working the payroll. You know what I'm saying? I've known them. You know, I know her mother. You know what I'm saying? I know her brothers. Like, I know their entire family. You know what I'm saying? Pretty their entire immediate family. Her sisters, I know all her sisters. I know all her sisters' children. I remember 10 years ago, I drove her sister's daughter to prom. 10 years ago. You get what I'm saying? And then I remember when, like this year, or last year, something like that, or a year before that, when my goddaughter's mother's oldest daughter went to prom. It wasn't a thing of like, hey, like, you know, like when they get her like a nice car to take themselves to prom. I couldn't do that because I can't have my car out on the road like that as much, and God forbid something happens. So you know what I did? Even though her oldest daughter ain't my goddaughter, but because that's folks to me, I paid for their car, right? So they do whatever, take it to prom. Cool. I'm not, because it's like that's like really immediate family to me. You get what I'm saying? I don't like talk about stuff like that because these are things I don't really talk about because it's a thing of I don't count my favors. But I'm just saying it as a reference to point so you see where they connect, how close the connect is. So I'm like, why is she acting like this?
Gotta be, it's a third party. It's a third party sense in this end. It's more so like you gotta like dissing it from the mom at this point, because it's just like the mom is only gonna make you think the mom is only gonna try to detach the daughter away from you. But the daughter is at the age where she can make her own decisions. She could tell her mom, you can't do that. This is my yeah. She's at the age where she can say her opinion to her. Her mom may not like her opinion, but she still to state her opinion. So right. You keep reaching out to your goddaughter. You keep doing what you do for your goddaughter. You keep being in your goddaughter's life, because you're going to get your blessings for that. Not only are you going to get your blessings, but your goddaughter is going to look back 20 something, 30 years from now. You're dead and gone. God forbid, my dad was the best.
Right.
If you don't remember nothing else about you, she can remember my goddad was the best. Or I remember when my goddad did. Or I remember when me and my goddad went here. Or I remember when me and my goddad did this. You be active in her life. And I'm saying this because I can't be active in my godchild's life anymore. And it hurts me to be in her life anymore. Yeah. But I'm telling you this, be active in her life, because she's going to appreciate that. She's going to carry, regardless of what the mom thinks, what the mom say. That baby is 13 years old. She has her own mind. She has her own mouth, and she has her own ways of doing things. She's a whole teenager. She might be going through puberty right now, because The kids out here these days, it's something in the water. They going through puberty earlier.
Right.
She's a growing girl. She's about to be in high school, if not already in high school. Keep being active in that girl life. Don't listen to what the mom gotta say, because at the end of the day, it's gonna benefit you and your goddaughter in the long run. The mom
Right.
don't got nothing to do with it, because when the mom is dead and going, all the girl gonna say is, my mom kept me away from my goddamn, but I couldn't understand why, because he never steered me wrong. He never did nothing wrong to me.
Exactly. So, and let me say this. Let me say this real fast. Um, so now obviously I can't text her. If I come over there to, I guess, quote unquote, see her mother, kick with her mother, and she just happens to be there and stuff like that, then that's probably how that's going to have to go about. But I'm thinking about other things too, like my mom, she she had a Roth IRA. You know what a Roth IRA is? A Roth IRA is a type of savings account where you put money in it, and it grows over time.
So you want to know what you can do?
So when I turn 20, when I turn 21, well, let me say this, because I'm 30, so now, right? I'll be 31 in June. So but the thing was, when I was a child, so when I turned 21, whatever money was in there at that time, she released it and gave that money to me that she was saving for me for years and stuff like that. I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that. What would you about to say that I can do?
So what you can do is, my sister's my brother and sister's mom did this for them. So it's a prepaid thing called Green Light,
Okay.
and what you could do is
I want
you
to
could
say this on my phone. Go
you
ahead.
could get a green light for your goddaughter. You can
Mm-hmm.
give it to her. And anytime you want to give her money, you can add the money on the green light card through the app called Green Light.
Okay.
And the money goes straight to your daughter, and she can use her the debit card anywhere or whatever. And it's like a little nice little, like a child friendly credit card. She can put her face on it, take a picture of her. She got a picture of you and her. You can put it on there, like, that type of thing. And you could do it like that. And yeah, it'll be like that. But that's another way you could do it to eliminate the whole, like you sending my daughter money, that type of thing, if you want to do it that way. But and it's more protective that way too. It's actually going to her. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could do it that way instead of doing it, whatever. But like I said, you keep being active in that little girl life. She's gonna appreciate it when she look back on this 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now.
Right.
And she's gonna cherish what you did, not only what you did for her, but you just being active and present in her life, because some girls need that extra father figure when their father's not here.
And she made it clear to me direct that was the case.
Some kids just need that extra. Like they can have a mom, they can have a dad, they can have an uncle, they can have all that. But it's always that a child always needs that little oomph. Like my little oomph is my grandfather. I got a dad, I got an uncle, I got all that. My oomph, my reason, my push, my striving, everything I do for my grandfather. Why? Because his words of encouragement and just him being active, it's just something. It's something about it. So like I said, it's just having that extra figure, or having that extra person, or having that extra support on your back. The person you could just fall back on when you get into trouble. You don't always gotta call mommy. You don't always gotta call daddy or uncle or the boo. Oh my God, if I get in trouble, oh my God, my mom gonna yell at me. Who can I call? My God, he won't tell my business. He not gonna tell my mom. He not gonna tell my mom nothing. He just gonna tell my mom he picked me up from school. When? Make it be your little secret. It's certain things that she's about to experience, and she wouldn't want her mom to know or her dad to know. And that's where you step in as a godfather. And
Okay.
you already got that bond already. Y'all talk every day. Y'all have conversations
And,
about.
and it's definitely there because she made efforts to get my phone number out when we wasn't like speaking for a while, stuff like that. Not for no reason. I was just busy working every day. She got her number, and I had a brand new number. So she at 100% made the effort to get my phone number out her phone and say, hey, this is such and such, your goddaughter. I haven't heard from you in a while. Is everything okay? So the fact that she made that effort to reach out to me.
That's what I'm saying. She got her own mind. Like it's her mom. Like it's sad, but it's true. Like parents really be jealous of relationships that their kids have with other people, and I'm a victim of that. I'm a victim of it. Parents really do be jealous of relationships that their kids grow with their friends or their, people that they grew up with. Parents really get jealous over that because it'd be like, all right, well, why was she like this with my boyfriend? Or well, why wasn't she like this with my other good dude friend that I went around? Or why wasn't she this comfortable with this person and this person? It's different. Like, and I feel like the whole is a jealousy thing. She just upset that she don't have the type of bonding her daughter has with you. And she feel like that you're gonna take her daughter away from her once her daughter gets old enough and gets to the age of where she's 18 and she figures out where she wants to live from 18 on. Her
Right.
mom thinks that you're gonna pull her away from her. That's the mom's biggest fear. And if that is the case, you are gonna pull her away from her mom. That's a discussion between you and your goddaughter. It doesn't have nothing to do with the mother because at the age of 18, you are grown.
Makes sense.
In the state of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the age of 18, you are considered legal. So, like I said, you keep being active in that baby life. You keep doing what you're doing as a godfather. You are a godfather. You keep playing that role as a godfather. If the mom not appreciating you, you know somebody is. Your goddaughter is appreciating you being in her life, stepping up to be their father figure that she probably never had.
Right.
You keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's just excuse me. It's
That makes sense.
the mom being a knucklehead, doing blase, wham.
Right.
But everybody have a good night. I'm going to sleep. I said my piece. I got school tomorrow. And it was nice having this discussion that made me feel a little bit better because I haven't had nobody that can relate to my situation about the whole God, mom, God, God do thing.
Yeah, because this shit fresh hot out the oven. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's crazy because people really need to think about their decision before they make the decisions that they make when it comes to having a kid and who's going to be the parents, basically, because a godparent is a parent.
Right.
And people fail to realize people just take that, like I said, joke. Oh, it's just a title so I can post them on Instagram. Oh, it's just a title so I can say, oh yeah, I got a goddaughter. No, it's not. It's more than that.
Right.
More than that. But everybody have a good night. I'm going to sleep. I got school tomorrow.
I appreciate you.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Yeah, y'all. So like that was a good one. Let me add homie back so I can get a man spirit. I really want to know from the ladies, but I definitely want to hear everybody's opinion here. What's going on, boss? It's kind of hard to hear you. Can you hear me? Hold on one second. I can't hear you. I'm gonna add you back in. Yeah, I can't hear him. But yeah, man, like, and I think that's very important. Let me read some of these comments here. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, we're not doing that tonight. So I'm gonna have remove you. But yeah, like it's you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking about. Just open her bank account by 21 should be great. Um, yeah, I was thinking about that. I've been thinking about that for a while. I've been thinking about that for like a year now. maybe it's something I need to just pull the trigger on and go ahead and let her do um, what it do. But I'm gonna try to add you back one more time. Let me try it again. But I just need your background to kind of be silent. If you're at work, I understand, but just need like a clear of noise, free and clear of noise. Um, but yeah, so like that's important, man, because the role of even a regular mother and a father is like it's no joke. This is why people have issues um, as far as like when babies are made and stuff like that. Like even in the making of a child, you have to understand that like you have to understand that you know this child did not ask to be here. You get what I'm saying? So like this child is a human. You could tell a dog all day, don't do this, don't do that. A dog has a mind of his own. A dog is a human. A dog's gonna go this way, a dog's gonna go that way. You could train a dog to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? You could train a dog to tell a dog to bite somebody. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, is the dog gonna listen to bite somebody, or is the dog gonna, you get what I'm saying? Is the dog gonna respond to you? Does a dog like you, not like them? When you hold a baby, right? Baby can tell. A baby has a vibe based on who holds them, right? Lovely lady I used to talk to. She has a 1-year-old child, right? She puts that baby in everybody's hands. That baby starts crying. But when she puts the baby in my hands, she says, let's see how the baby feels about you. The baby can tell how they feel simply when you hold them. So she put the baby in my hand. The baby didn't cry at all. You know what I'm saying? It was that vibe, the spirit that they felt inside of you. You get what I'm saying? A baby knows, child knows before they can even speak how they feel about somebody. Somebody has a good heart. A child can feel that energy. That shit is real. Yes. Yes, it is real. It is real. Doesn't matter if you're an adult or if you're a child. Humans remember things most vividly when they are children. And growing up, this is why people hold traumatic issues from the past of the childhood when they're adults. And they're still holding on to them. So this is the time that you want to be as most active in that child's life, that, like she said, that you will have such good memories growing up. Say, hey, this person was really good to me. You get what I'm saying? Some people go through traumatic childhoods and they maturely overcome it. A lot of people, most cases, don't. But I don't want them to be. See, I don't have any biological children or anything. But anybody who I consider to be in my life, just period. Forget it. Children, it could be friends, it could be whoever. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to give it my all. If I choose for you to be in my circle, I'm going to give it my all. You get what I'm saying? If I got it, you got it. But it has to be somebody also that adds value to me as well, too. That goes for anybody, family, whatever. If you're not, I don't care what your title is, whatever. Whatever. I don't care how long I've known you as a friend. I don't care what your family title is. You get what I'm saying? I owe nobody loyalty. I owe nobody value to their life except for those. I want to add, if I choose for you to be in my life, I'm going to add value first. And if you give me that same value in return, then us as a friendship is meant to be. Us as a bond, as a family member is meant to be. But if you're not adding value to me, you are taking from me. Now in this case, here's a child, right? Here's a child I want to add value to first. That child is not an adult to experience what it's like to give value to people first, because they're a child. They have to receive from everything as a child, because they can't make a decision on their own because they're not an adult. So when you're a child, right? When you are a child, when you are a child, you decide that, okay, you decide you don't have a choice. So everything you have to receive. So if you receive love, if you receive, love, if you receive everything in the most positive way possible, that's the things the child's going to remember. The child's going to remember all the good things that happened to them. They're also going to remember what was bad to them. And a lot of people remember things more vividly than what was bad. You get what I'm saying? You could be at a job, right? Here's a job. You could do 10,000 deeds, but the one bad thing you do, that's what the fucking job remembers. That's what the job remembers. Let me try to see if I can get some more of these people here. Maybe you could just simply hear our conversation. Let me see if I can call it a community chat. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a bad. Let me see if I can send this to Jay. But I appreciate y'all, and y'all definitely have a good one. I'm gonna say this live. How do I do this? It's been a while. All right, y'all. I haven't said this in a while too. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. It's your boy A1Gs. If you enjoyed that video, there is plenty more to come. More shows. That was just a test show, but it's definitely something that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about. But there will be plenty more to come next week. We will be officially back. Starting Monday. Every Monday. I haven't picked the time yet. I don't know if it's going to be 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., but just know that it will be Eastern Standard Time. So check your time zone. I am Eastern Standard Time. So next Monday we'll be back live and full shows and all that. We're gonna get busy with it, man. So check me out. If you're not following me, please make sure you do so. Relationship Talk with G's. Hope to see y'all there. Be there, be square. And as always, heavy on the juice, extra in the sauce. You name me G, but there ain't one sauce on it. Don't play with it. All right, y'all. Holla at your boy.